Ontario is home to hundreds of vibrant, diverse, bustling business areas. From designated downtown cores in rural centers to the countless boroughs and hubs in major cities, Ontario is fueled by dedicated entrepreneurs, merchants, and small business owners who serve their communities and who take an interest in helping them thrive. What is the common thread that ties all of these areas together? They are all part of BIAs, or Business Improvement Areas. So, what does that mean? A business improvement area is a self-funded association of commercial property owners and tenants within a defined area, commonly referred to as a downtown or main street, who work in partnership with their municipal council to create thriving and safe business areas that attract shoppers, diners, tourists, and new businesses. By working collectively as a BIA for the good of the community, local businesses have both the funding and people power to actively enhance the quality of life in their local downtown and the municipality as a whole. Thanks to this legislative authority between municipal council and business owners, BIAs serve as a true public-private partnership. Essentially, a BIA is a mechanism that encourages business people and the respective municipality in which they reside to join together in a cooperative effort to revitalize and rejuvenate their business district, to make their area a better place to do business. BIAs are involved with a wide array of economic development initiatives, including event planning, area marketing, policy and partner influencing, and investing in the public realm. We'll dive into each of these topics in more detail soon, but first, let's investigate why BIAs were created and what makes them so important. Let's take it all the way back to Toronto in the late 1960s. With the building of shopping malls on the outskirts of the city and the extension of the Bloor-Danforth subway line, Toronto business owners were facing a plethora of new challenges. People were no longer frequenting the main streets as they once had, and as a result, some merchants were forced to close their shops or even, in some instances, follow the crowds to the malls. Vacancies resulted, and many local shopping areas began to look run down and abandoned. With forward thinking, a group of Bloor West Village business owners went to Toronto City Hall and the province. They sought legislation that would compel all businesses within a designated area to pay a levy for the purpose of revitalizing their business strip through physical improvements and promotional activities. The levy would be collected by the city and turned over to the elected board of management to be used as needed. After some persuasion, the idea was finally adopted, and in 1970, Bloor West Village was officially designated the first ever BIA in the world. Currently, there are more than 300 BIAs in the province of Ontario alone, with 84 in Toronto. The BIA model has been adopted globally, and the program's enormous success is largely attributed to the fact that BIAs are created for local businesses by local community members. Once the first BIA was established and the concept proved feasible, dozens of new BIAs began to emerge and a provincial BIA committee was formed. This committee was led by Ontario's Ministry of Municipal Affairs and Housing to support BIA work. In 1982, the BIA committee identified the need for a central resource for information and idea exchange, and OBIAA, or the Ontario BIA Association, was established. OBIAA and the Toronto-based Toronto Association of BIAs have evolved since then. Both OBIAA and TABIA have worked tirelessly to support BIAs through funding, services, ancillary resources, and initiatives such as TABIA's Digital Main Street. Now that we know the history behind BIAs, let's take a closer look at 4 major pillars of how they serve their communities. The first major pillar of BIA work is serving as public realm investors. At its inception in 1970, the BIA concept was based on the importance of investing in the space between and surrounding the buildings and the businesses, the public realm.
Being a public realm investor, the BIA has a unique way of being able to give a place a sense of place. And you see that with their banners and their benches, their entrance signage. Maybe it's their historical plaques around the area's history. So the public realm investment is over and above that of which the municipality provides. It gives that extra pizzazz and vitality to a community.
BIAs that invest in the public realm recognize that the key to success begins with drawing visitors to it by making it a sociable, exciting, and vibrant environment. The second pillar of BIA work is being an area marketer. A BIA who promotes the downtown area also promotes its businesses. This includes generating well-thought-out marketing campaigns utilizing all forms of media while remaining on brand. The aim is to draw attention to the downtown area and all businesses within it. The BIA uses a model that focuses on 3 brand building categories. Brand product development, focusing on small but significant physical attributes. Brand marketing, developing creative campaigns to reach the public. And brand presentation, a direct communication program that connects to local influential networks, partners, and organizations.
The role really of the BIA is to promote the area as a shopping area, a safe, come to, visit, and enjoy area. And that's done much easily when it's done for a collaborative effort such as the BIAs.
The return on investment takes into consideration social engagement and population reach in combination with event facilitation and business interaction. The third pillar of the BIA is influencing policy and partners. With strong strategic plans, BIAs can become integral vehicles for communicating localized business opportunities and challenges to policymakers, government partners, local community agencies, and commercial organizations. By embracing a cooperative relationship with these partners, BIAs are able to advocate for and influence positive change on behalf of the area, its businesses, and the local community. The ability to share captured data and effectively address policies and investment helps establish the right environment to contribute to building our local businesses and community. Creative problem solving and a strong working relationship with all key partners helps the BIA create a vibrant and exciting area. The final pillar is creating and executing events.
Our BIAs in the province of Ontario actually have about 60% of the community-based events in the whole of Ontario. Our events are really important, and I hope you've all been to one of them. Our sidewalk sales, or our Christmas events, or our farmers markets, our special celebrations such as food events and food festivals.
Hosting events is a way for downtowns to really show all that they have to offer. Events have the power to attract visitors, create community, and bring vibrancy to the area. As an event facilitator, it is the BIA's responsibility to bring events to life. With creative flair, BIAs identify target audiences, implement events for these audiences, support event brands, help devise event concepts, and organize technical aspects. Additionally, BIAs help spread the word through partnerships, social media, strategic marketing, and local media. As a self-funded municipal local board, BIAs are able to ensure that their actions are intentional, mutually beneficial for private business owners and public community members, and most importantly, municipal council. BIAs are the backbone of business districts, whether they are main streets, downtowns, neighborhood cores, or industrial areas, not only in Ontario but around the world. Since their inception, they have benefited local businesses, residents, visitors, policymakers, and your community.